welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. Well, it is May 4th. It has finally arrived. The day Caitlin Clark returns to Carver Hawkeye Arena so that I assume she's playing today. Yes. She and the Indiana Fever will take on the Brazilian women's national basketball team, or whatever order that goes in. Brazilian National Women's Basketball, Brazil, in Iowa, sold out in less than an hour. And we're planning to go live for that. So I hope you have made plans to join us, because we always have a good time in the live streams and the chats be popping. Excuse the bad grammar. Chats be popping. That should be hashtag chats be popping. Okay. That's coming up soon. But right now, I want to talk a little bit more about what went down in the Indiana versus Washington game yesterday. I did a video about the game, my afterthoughts. I went live for the game, and then I did my afterthoughts last night. And then I did a separate video about the violence that took place because Kiki Iriafen and Brittney Sykes decided that Sophie Cunningham was fair game to toss to the floor, body slam to the floor, push to the floor. And I use the word violence on purpose because that's exactly what that was. This Indiana Fever team, as I talked about in both my videos yesterday, they're not going for it. They issued warnings yesterday. DeWanna Bonner stepped up. Issue that let that be your warning. Not just the Mystics, but the league. Let that be your warning. As I said before, they're not just going to sit back and let people try to browbeat them. Not happening. Be that as it may. They're players, right? There is a leadership in this league. And as I see it, because I've been thinking about this, and I know that people are covering it as people should be. But this, to me, comes down to Cathy Engelbert. She has got to decide if this league is to be taken seriously or not. Now, during the live stream, when the officials reviewed Kiki throwing Sophie down, I said I would toss her. She's a rookie. This is the preseason. I would send a message that this is not to be tolerated. Then you get Brittney Sykes following that up. And that's DeWanna said that's enough. As the commissioner of this league, the officials should have already been given the green light to toss people, to have zero tolerance for this kind of stuff. They thankfully called technicals during this game. But I'm telling you right now, it's not enough. They're showing us right now exactly what they're capable of doing. I don't know about anybody else. I'm talking about Washington Mystics, but I don't know. I'm just saying that you have to set a standard. I did a video months ago about 5 things I would do immediately if I were commissioner of the WNBA. I followed up on that recently when Cathy Engelbert, I think it was during draft night, she said that they were going to have a task force to police people on social media. And I referred back to my video about what needs to be done. And one of the things I said months ago was that there should be a task force to investigate when people act violently, when there are flagrant fouls. All you have to do is look at that and say, what went down? That wasn't about basketball. That was about being violent. And this league has more eyeballs than ever before. And these people still don't get it. Washington went into Indiana, a team that actually has people come to the game. It wasn't like they were playing a team that doesn't have people show up like themselves. Okay? They were playing Indiana. So you are aware that people are in the stands. You are aware that people are watching on television and you don't care. You are aware that this league supposedly reaches out to young people, wants young people to be engaged and send a positive message to young people. And yet you have a Brittney Sykes and a rookie who ain't done snot in the WNBA. You allow them to do what happened yesterday. And when I say allow them, I mean, if you messed up yesterday and you didn't have them tossed out of the game, then this is when you say, we're not having this. You review this and you toss them, you suspend them from a game. Yes, I know it was just preseason. Of course, the flavor wasn't preseason-ish, but I don't care when it is. When are you going to understand that if you want to grow the game, if you want to attract attention, not from bullies out there and people who get on social media and love this stuff, and there are some comments about that absolutely co-signing this attack on Sophie Cunningham, if you want to attract people who are going to be solid, who are going to support the league, who are going to tune in, who are going to buy merch, you've got to set a standard. I would suspend them. Listen, when they do these new contracts and the new agreement, I would have to have something in there that ties your place in the league with your behavior. If you cannot function like a rational adult, then you don't need to be in the WNBA. You can go play in Mexico, I guess. You can join up with Kennedy Carter, but you cannot have such a low standard that a rookie feels comfortable doing what Kiki did to Sophie Cunningham. And if they feel that that's okay, it's because that's the impression you have given, that there are no repercussions. And if this league is not a joke, then the commissioner needs to do something and do it now. Suspend them. Yes, you can review it and then say, you know what, you're not playing a game. You have to send the message because they're not getting it. And they're going to ruin this moment in women's sports. All the talk about, oh, we deserve more money. All the talk about how many eyeballs are on us. All the talk. And people like myself who came back to the league hoping that it was going to be, not even hoping, like I didn't know that it was like what we saw yesterday. Or what we saw last year with Caitlin. I didn't know. I just came back thinking this was about basketball. It's not just about basketball with some of these people. And Brittney Sykes should understand the moment she lives in, and yet she's got such an issue that she's going to go after Sophie. I wonder, seriously, if the reason Caitlin didn't play is because somehow they were thinking, they meaning the leadership of the Fever, were thinking that something stupid was going to go down, and they thought it would be directed at Caitlin. So they removed Caitlin and said, we're not going to risk anything with these head cases. So we're just going to hold off, let her play Iowa. I don't know, but I got to wonder. And then Sophie's there. So they take it out on Sophie for whatever their reason is. Jealousy. Yes, there's a target on the backs of Indiana Fever players, as Sophie said yesterday. But I'm telling you right now, you're going to mess up this moment, Cathy Engelbert, if you don't be the boss. And guess what, though? If she cannot be the boss that this league needs, I say, Adam Silver, NBA commissioner, you need to step in because you're the one bankrolling this league. You have to step in and say, I'm not going to waste my money. If you're not going to be serious about a real league, a serious league about skill, and nobody's talking about physical basketball. People understand that there's not that physicality that some of these people are talking about, but people understand there's contact in basketball, right? Supposedly a non-contact sport, but we understand there is physical basketball, and then there is abuse. Then there is dirty. Then there is nasty. Then there is a player like Kiki Iriafen who comes in as a rookie and does what she did. It is not acceptable. And I'm telling you now, if I'm commissioner of the league, I'm nipping it in the butt. But of course, I'm not commissioner of this league. Cathy Engelbert is. I hope we hear from her about this. I really do. And I'm not overreacting. You got to decide. Do you want to prosper? Do you want to move forward? Do you want something people want to watch? Or do you want the drama that comes with dirty stuff? there's a certain amount of drama that attracts people, rivalries and stuff like that. But throwing somebody to the floor, that's not what you want. And that's gonna cut off the blood flow, this new life that you supposedly have in this league. And you're going after the Fever. That's the team where you're supposed to be bringing your A game, where you're supposed to be showing that you're not what all these people have called you. But then you prove them right by that kind of behavior. So the commissioner needs to say something. I don't know about the coach. I don't know what's going on with the coach. I'm not even going to go there about how the game ended and who walked off and who did what. I'm just saying it sometimes just got to come right from the top. You can't go, this and this, that. No, right from the top. You, Cathy Engelbert, you see that they're trying to pick up exactly where they left off first game, acting like they're acting for whatever reason. Jealousy, the now campaign, the let's get Caitlin, let's go after Sophie because we don't like her politics, all this stuff. Well, maybe she don't like yours. Who do you think you are? It shouldn't be about that. This is basketball. And you're a league who says you want more money players, you want more eyeballs players. Engelbert, you need to do something or your league is a joke. And if you don't do something, then Adam Silver needs to do something. Step up and say, we're not having it. Some people would say, oh, man, it's making a big deal out of preseason. The fact that it's preseason is the point. There's nothing on the line here, and they're still acting like that. What are you going to do when something really is on the line? When the regular season is in effect? When the postseason is in effect? Can't have it. Either you're a joke, WNBA, or you suspend these players and you set a standard. And if you won't do it, somebody else needs to step in. And that somebody is the one who's providing the money. And that's Adam Silver. What are you going to do? I will catch you next time, God willing. Hopefully, the game coming up, Indiana Fever versus the Brazilian Women's National Basketball Team in Iowa. God bless you abundantly.